truly superb. Hello there, ladies and gents. Probably more so gents, but hey, I don't segregate. So they TEAW. Yes, we do have another stream, courtesy of Nomad. What a great guy. TEAW. Do you remember when we wrote some time ago about the fan fork of DOD? Honestly, I'm considering uninstalling Victoria too, because I spend too much time on those mods, because it's one of those things of like, I can quite easily spend a couple hours and go through an entire campaign in one sitting, and it's not healthy. I don't know what it is, it's just something about, like, the game just, I don't know. I don't get bored of it, that's the problem. And that's a dangerous combination when you've got stuff to do. But here we are, and we do have our stuff to do, our stuffy stuff to do. I'm just going to go ahead and get the chat up on the side so I can see what's going on here. I'm glad that we got the turn today, because frankly the period of time, the Goldilocks zone even, of where I actually do have time to actually do these streams is very finite, and it is coming rapidly to a close. So, it is great to have it done now. It's not even that. It's just basically any game or studies. That's kind of it. Yeah. Alright. My girlfriend's like, yeah, play more, make cash. And I'm like, I don't make much. And she's like, oh, that sucks. Okay. Hey, doing that? Good to have you, my man. Feeling a little bit of a lag here on the load up, so let me go ahead and just load it up again. Sometimes it's a little bit better then. No, apparently not. So, we're going forward over here. Hopefully the plan will work. We are deploying gas over here at Paris, and I'm hoping that will work out. Alright, where they go, Padova? Yeah. I was considering having a offensive launched over here, but honestly I'm going to have my forces build up, and then we'll go ahead and hit Verona when we have the means to take Verona completely. So, that is pretty much the plan. Let me go ahead and move these forces south here. Hopefully they may be able to actually help out without sucking too much of the water supply. Let me go ahead and put them on offensive. If it even makes that much of a difference, that is. But yeah, we'll go ahead and see. We do have some... Yeah, we do have some plans in motion here. It's going to be interesting, really, here. I mean, this is really what I could do with some gas, but hey, we only have so much gas to go around, right? So let's go ahead and get into it then. Indeed, Jan, it is good. It probably will not be the final battle this turn. It is going to be in the near future. Honestly, it depends if we can hold Paris. If we can hold the region around Paris, then that is a big deal, but frankly, we'll see. We do have von Mackensen there. Von Mackensen's army has basically bled itself to death to be able to reach the position that is. Like, barely any of them survived. But enough have made it through. Von Mackensen's on a offensive order, but I don't think I ordered an offensive order. So I don't know. We'll see. It's bound to be quite a bloody day, depending on how things go. Looks like he's sending his entire force over there from Melun into Paris. Looks like a lot of forces are moving to Paris, in fact. But we do have forces that will be there in a day as well, but we're going to be defended initially. We do have reinforcements on the way. I think we have just as many, if not more, reinforcements coming. But we can potentially draw on the forces nearby as well. As can he, but we'll see. It's going to be a bloody day. We do have at least the advantage of gas. Right, looks like von Kluck, Hindenburg, and others have arrived at Paris. We'll see. It's going to be an extremely bloody day here. Yeah, I know, right? Who's able to move very, very quickly for us. That's a lot of Entente. That is a lot of Entente. It is indeed going to be a bloody... Are the Entente actually pulling out? Oh, you son of a bitch. Have I missed them by days? I should have attacked sooner. God damn it. Ah! I got out. Oh, damn it. We were just a few days too late. Oh, well. That was such an exciting thing, though. I was really hoping we could have caught him. Right, we're 9 days in already. This is a lot less bloody than I expected, but I think the blood is going to come. But the good news is 9 days, 10 days, that means forces will be generally in position. 14 days, no battle? Did we get through with no battle? Not even a single solitary battle? Alright, I didn't expect that. I genuinely expected some really bloody battles, but apparently not today. No, not today. Okay. I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. Well, not even a single battle today. Incredible. I can't quite properly see the situation here with so many bloody aircraft, but let's go ahead and take a look. I'm just laughing at the sheer fact that we had 0 battles. Oh, he's got a lot of French troops over there, I tell you that. I tell you that for free. Can the aircraft go away, please? I need every aircraft in the world to land. Oh, they'll go away shortly enough, they'll figure it out. Yeah, let's see. How are we doing here on terms of morale? Yeah, we had the gas usage. There we are. Okay. I can't believe that we didn't have a single battle, but yeah, the battle is due to happen. We're looking at about 4k over here on Paris, but honestly, am I besieging Paris is going to be the question there. And it looks like his forces managed to escape. Lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Yeah. I don't know about the mutiny. I don't think the mutiny's happened. His forces seem to have moved, so yeah. Yeah, well, the Entente has escaped just on the turn that we launched the offensive, but hey, that's fine. Anatolia has been cleared, the Entente have been repulsed, and frankly, we did bloody the Entente over here. We did bloody ourselves, but yeah. The question is, where do those forces go? I'd imagine where they'd want to go. Shame. I should have gone a little bit sooner. We were only about 3 days too late. The good news is we have level 7 forts around here now. Yeah. Right. Your cohesion's lower than I'd imagine, but hey, let's go ahead and take a look at this. I don't think we've had a mutiny. I don't think we've seen a mutiny. Yeah, so use gas in Paris. We'll just keep using gas until, yeah. We're granted social concessions in a number of Central Power nations. The Germans are doing fine, but the Germans have a lot of help, actually. Right. Some reinforcements over here. Actually receiving quite a few reinforcements over here, then. That's good news. Yeah, I could probably push over here. There's not even that much over there, to be honest. We do have supplies that have moved up to the front lines, too. I'll have to take a look at who has the supply. But yeah, supply situation's looking a lot better here. Yeah, we actually have stockpiles of supplies now. What a crazy situation to be in. Yeah, the supply situation has been fixed. We actually have supplies moving to the front line now. That's really good. That means that we'll be able to fight, and we'll be able to fight fairly effectively. Yeah, lots of replacements were received over here. That's good, yeah. Look at that. Total of 19 replacements from our reserves there. Yeah, the army's arrived. Wow, we have other elements of our fleets. Slowly but surely, we are building back up, baby. It's only taken until the end of the war. Yeah, I mean, it's a good job. I could never really take advantage of that. Can you force a storm of Venice? I tell you what I'd want to do is I should bring the fleet over to blockade Venice. That'd be ideal. Oh, hang on, we actually do have a breach in Venice. That's fantastic news. That means I can actually work with that. Yeah, I can actually work with that. Looks like it's taken some hits there. So that's good. Means that we can actually besiege it. That's brilliant news then. So we had our forces arrive day 1, day 2. Wow, very little action actually. I honestly expected it to be bloody. But it not being bloody actually helps us to consolidate our position. He's obviously moved his forces in there, but I can just sit on top of Paris, I think. I think I'm besieging Paris. Honestly, I have no idea. I'd imagine I'm besieging Paris at this moment in time. But it will be a final bloody battle then, it seems. We'll take a look at Entente morale. Down to 14 here. Ah, good. We are besieging Paris. Yeah, but we achieved nothing this month. So, the good news is, effectively, we are on top of Paris, and I can effectively sit on top of Paris and still take it eventually. Especially in the fact that I do have these super heavy guns. Yeah, there's garrisons in there. There's not really any important towns I can take. So it's going to be a little annoying. I don't think there's really any of them left, is there? No, I don't think there's any left. Just let them stay in here. They can have a nice time in Caen. Right. Yeah, there's really not that much in the way of Entente forces around here. Yeah, we have the Romanians in Alsace. They've been there a while, actually. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. Besides the fact that our men are starving to death over here. Well, they're saying that, but actually our shogunate having 100% supply, so I don't know what their problem is. Like, these guys have no ammunition, but they have supply, so I don't know why it was shown as if they didn't have that. How is the supply situation? Wow, we actually have stockpiles. That's fucking rare. Yeah, I have a depot over here, which is really, really good. Make sure it's good Stalingrad vibes. That's a good point. Right. Right, we use up that supply to do that. So, there we are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 armies here on top of Paris. We have 2 armies nearby. There's another 2 armies here. There's another 2 armies here. Frankly, I could probably send another 3 armies. It depends on how we want to handle the situation here, really. Yeah, we can bombard the fortifications, and I'll do that. And I'll just keep on weakening France's, well, Paris's fortifications. The question is, can I defeat the French? Can I defeat the Entente here at Paris? And I think we can. I think the problem is he still has so many forces in the rest of France. And I can understand, because this is very close to the edge. This is just the final precipice. The enemy's down to 14 morale. I don't know if he's going to have a mutiny, but it's not exactly far off. And I will continue to use gas here. I'm just going to keep pumping that gas out. Like so. So, what I will do then is send additional armies to the front lines. I think if we take Paris, then that is the end. I think we'll have the man in charge lead the final offensive. I can lead Von Hausen here if I even want to. They would reinforce anyhow. Right. You could send the Dutch army being at the rear. Oh, we don't really have a Dutch army. Technically it's considered like an army, but well, it's a corps, to be honest. But I will go ahead and probably just reinforce these positions somewhat, perhaps. Something like that, anyway. Honestly, it depends on what strength he actually has to bring to bear. Yeah, the Duchy's Paris core. Yes. Why do they keep wanting to move? They're in a terrible position, honestly, but at least they're not going to suck dry supply. They can just remain as they are. Shame. Oh, fuck it. We've got to send them to Paris, haven't we, if we can get them there. If we can get them there, the Ascarians have to fight in the Battle for Paris. Yeah, they've been everywhere else. Yeah, that's true. Ah, fuck it, we'll send them to Paris. Let's see then. Yeah, so 5 hits during the Siege of Venice. Honestly, if I could have them blockaded, it would be pretty quickly over. Right, get that supply to the front line. Honestly, there's a lot of force here. It's a shame that these forces don't have the most cohesion, but they should be able to recover shortly enough. Just give that supply to Hindenburg. Shout out some of these munitions. Von Kluck's army! Oh, I see. I keep doing that, don't I? Yeah, they're not exactly in a great position. These men really bled to death. Really bled to death. They gave everything for this. Okay. Honestly, we're in a very interesting position here. And it's a very good thing that I'm bringing in more and more supplies, because, yeah, we're going to need them. We are certainly going to need them. So he's retaking this position here, so I guess our forces were pushed back. I'd not even noticed, actually, properly. Right, what I'm going to do then... The idea is going to be that essentially if he launches some sort of wild counter-offensive, we should be able to inferior hold. Or at least punish it. We'll see about that. But no, honestly, this is really quite amusing. Because I didn't suspect it, and this is it. It is pretty funny, actually. My armies could do a reorganize in here, but it's okay. We're almost at the end after all. Yeah, from the jungles of Indonesia to beach landing near Cairo, seeing pyramids moving through the Sinai to escape the encircling British forces. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Been some pretty wild ones, hasn't there? Yeah, I'd love to assault Paris. Sorry, well, I'm going to assault Paris, but you know what I mean. Well, not assault Paris, but you know what I mean. Right. The question comes down to what do we want to do here? I think I'll have the forces moved up, and then we'll prepare for an offensive. I'll have the Bulgarians attack over here in the north. I may as well just leave that call, because they're not going to move quickly enough for it to matter. Yeah. I'll build a second level of depot here. Those things are bloody heavy. Where'd that supply go? Right, there we go. Well, to be fair, is it worth building another depot here when I can... Well, actually, if I take Verona, I'm going to have a depot anyway, aren't I? So, yeah. May as well build a bad depot here, then. You can see how the situation here has begun to resolve itself. Like, the fact that we actually have stockpiled resources here is just wild. We did not have that for a very long time. And honestly, if I can build up these stockpiles, we'll be in a very strong position. So really, I think what we're going to do here, then, is just sit pretty. Because, well, yeah, things are looking great. The Anatolian campaign has come to an end. The Entente escapes us. Unfortunately, I cannot... Yeah. But, I mean, we were about to bring it down on them, so what more can I do? You know, frankly, it may just... I don't think he's going to go for the port. I don't think he's got time to even run another campaign. So I think we just simply head for the port. And we'll consider the campaign really over for the Ottomans. What else do they have to do? This manpower obviously could be sent to Italy in a longer campaign, but it's just... there's nothing else. The Ottomans have defended their nation. They have defended their empire. Looks like the British have finally left. They spent many years here, basically. It's really up to the army of Hindenburg. I mean, this is it. It's certainly bold to send all those forces into Paris, but we're still leaving armies behind. So looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 armies. Another 3 armies are on the way, so that brings us to 10 armies. That's a lot of men. That's a lot of firepower. The tanks will be ready in 24. So we'll be looking at probably about 3-4 turns. If we had a few more turns, we'd have another 240 tanks arrive in the area. So we'll be looking at a couple hundred tanks. Yeah. It's an interesting one here. Certainly is. I do worry that my supplies will run out. So we are in a situation here where not fighting last turns actually saved us a lot of hassle, basically. I mean, this is it. It's how long is really left? What can he do, essentially? Is it 14 national morale here? It's not looking good. One way or another, their campaign would come to a close. And the fact that we're on top of Paris is pretty dangerous. I don't know. I mean, he could push in Egypt, but the thing is, it's not that easy. Luckily, we do have mines, but frankly, he could have always, at any time, brought his forces here to the coast of the Sinai and landed here at El Arish, and he could have avoided the mines. At least in theory, he could have done that, or he could have just landed here. Honestly, that's what I would have done as the Entente. And there's even a lot to be said about landing over here at Agaliman, because he could have based his forces here, brought them over there. And frankly, yeah, there wouldn't have been like a port, but he could have set up like a depot. Maybe moved quickly enough, he could have moved to Tarsus or something like that. There's a number of different things that could have been potentially done there. Or even over here, potentially landed and then marched this way. You can establish depots when you land, and in theory, excuse me, I think you can get naval supply like that, but I'm not sure. But if you go ashore with enough supply, you might be able to take a port. And initially we didn't have all that much, so there's a lot that could be done. A lot that could be done. Right, well. We shall see. We shall see. I mean, the economy is not so strong, but yeah, well. We've never had to go for inflation. Conscripts obviously looking fantastic. We're only gaining 150 right now. We don't gain that much in the way of conscripts anymore. What's the weather like? The weather right now is clear. But yeah, the main thing is we have a super heavy guns there. We've got a lot of artillery there. So one way, shape or another, Paris would eventually fall at this rate. There's a powerful garrison here in Paris, 452 power, but the garrison in Venice is actually stronger than that. It's a size 1 fort. I don't think they'd run out of supply is the thing. Yeah, that's a size 2 fort. I do wonder how the size of the fort actually impacts on things. Yeah, these frontline fortresses are much larger. Yeah, these are all larger. I imagine the size of the fortress maybe dictates how strong it is, perhaps? Who knows? I wish these were fortresses, but hey. Blackland, love that. We're almost there. So we have 57% military control here, so I can obviously bring reinforcements in, but frankly, it's not an easy situation to be in here. We have very good forces. Now we don't have a breach in Paris yet, but with the super heavy guns we will have a breach next turn. And frankly, yep, we'll have a battle take place over here in Paris. And he could send more men in there, but we have gone up against stacks as large, if not larger, I think. I'm sure we fought larger stacks than that down around this area. I really think what would have benefited the Entente is really being more aggressive. This area has always been... It's one of those, it's like if you attack... But then again, we do have a lot of forces. We have the entire German army, which is pretty large to begin with, and obviously has been enlarged. It's very well armed, it's well led, it's experienced, and it's fighting on a narrow front where it can benefit by being the aggressor, by using gas, using tanks, using said artillery. And I totally get it, like, for Nomad, he has to defend these fortresses over here, because losing these would really make his life hard. Like, once they're gone, he doesn't gain them back. But we have moved very quickly. I mean, when did we take Reims? A few turns ago. But this is how quickly the situation can develop once we get moving. We've got very good detection, very good reconnaissance modifier here. So I think we will obviously fight very well here. The terrain is perfectly clear as well, so it's good defense. Well, it's good offensive terrain, it's bad defensive terrain. But we are dug in, as is he. But it comes down to who really can push the other out. And if we do push him out, it will probably be the final battle, perhaps. Who knows? It may be that we just sit on Paris and we'd force Paris to surrender, or we'd assault Paris. I'm not too sure. I could potentially like go for an assault, but it's just a question of like how does that look? What happens in that situation? Yeah. Nonetheless, we are using gas over here. So it's one of those of where we can at least do that. He can't keep using gas. He doesn't have much morale, and he's very close to the end. And this is it. He's got 14. If he gets to 5, he's out. And that means there's not much of a difference here. There's really, really not much of a difference. Just 9. 9 morale separates in between defeat. And you can run through that pretty quickly if things start going poorly. It's a shame that we never got Cairo, but hey. Maybe I could have sent German forces out there, or more Austrian forces, and just tried to brute force it, but it's very nasty. I think it's been a very hard-fought campaign. Should we never got Petrograd and Moscow? They would have been nice. We were on the eve of Petrograd. We were on the outskirts of Petrograd. And then the Russians did finally collapse, so, yeah. We were moving up there. We had men. We had von Leto, von Borvac, basically outside, knocking at the door. These men can sit pretty in Helsinki. Yeah. How we did on research? 80. I boosted artillery, so we'd have that artillery advantage. Technology's made a pretty big difference. What are we looking at strength-wise then? So the Entente is up to 63 there, so they've recovered some manpower. What I'll do then, depending on the results of the next turn, is launch an offensive at Verona. Or maybe I just go for an offensive now. I'll have them march across the river. I did consider there for a second well, launching an offensive. But I think I want to have my forces actually supplied. Keep them there. And the main reason I say that is, well, frankly, I want to make sure that everybody's well supplied and ready to go before we do go. I feel like our armies have been diminished, or at least divided a little bit. We did lose quite a few men and artillery, but hey. Let's see. Artillery did become quite expensive at the end. I mean, yeah. The economy, the Central Powers economy has weakened pretty considerably. But that's to be expected. Nomad did remind me that there's a level 3 blockade of Austria, at least of the the Austrians and the Ottoman Empire over here as well. It's pretty nasty. Yeah, 25% chance is pretty nasty. Our shipping has been unmolested this entire time. I think these are the British ships. Yeah. I forgot to have them set out there, but yeah, that was fun. This is a German lake. So we'll see what happens. I think we're in a very strong position now. Because, well, we are besieging Paris. There's nothing that changes that yet. We are besieging Fort de Paris. And yeah, we'll have a breach in Paris, and then honestly, I could just sit on top of it. I've got enough artillery to reduce it. We've got enough men to reduce it, so it will be reduced one way or another. We'll see. The ball is not even so much in Nomad's court because, well, we do have an offensive coming through. And we have gas. It'll be 3 days before those men arrive. 2 days before this army arrives. And, well, I could send in another army here. But it may be wiser to leave a second army. Well, frankly, they'd reinforce anyway. I'm fairly sure. There's 2 GHQs in there, so I'm pretty sure they'd reinforce. We actually do have a guards division here. These guards are great. It's just the problem is they don't seem to upgrade like other infantry, which is honestly a bit of an oversight, I've got to say. And I still don't know what the guard ability actually does. Yeah, it's just the fact is they have 0 protection. So they become something of a liability. It seems like their cohesion's higher by default, but again, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there could be something done to have them modified, but maybe they were expected to die, so I'm not sure. But there we go, so thank you for watching, guys. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you again in the next episode when, who knows, maybe we'll see the Battle of Paris, the second Battle of Paris, maybe the final Battle of Paris. We may have the assault take place, but yeah, we'll see. I can keep on using gas, and I will. Who knows, even the Entente could mutiny. They are very close to the end now. The campaign is so very close against Meta. So thanks for watching, hope you've all enjoyed it. Thanks to Nomad, Alex, and Plumber for making this possible. Thank you for watching, do take care.